How's it going, man? The topic of today's video is do it anyway. I was listening to a Diary of a CEO podcast, and he was talking to a doctor, and it was pretty much self help, right? A way to explain the crisis amongst men and their multiple crises and say what they should do to get themselves out of it. And it was basically just talking about having bad days at times. Stop having bad days, dude. And the way you stop having bad days is you do it anyway. Now, I'm not talking about doing the thing you hate. You know, like oftentimes when people say do it anyway, they say, well, they apply that logic to everything, right? They'll apply it to, okay, so let's get on the treadmill, but you don't want to. Or maybe you did yesterday and you did really, really hard workout, right? You're not trying to train to become, a pro athlete, but you feel like you should go on the treadmill and your legs are tired, man, and you haven't eaten, bro. But, I heard some dude on YouTube say do it anyway. So I'm just going to apply that logic here. No, man. No. I mean, be dumb, but not that dumb, man. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to 100% just force yourself to do it. I mean, there's some things that you may not want to do, but you have to do. But most of those things are pretty mundane. Like showing up for work, you do that. Paying your bills, you do that. Complying with everything, all the laws, all the rules, you do that stuff, right? But when it comes to like writing your own story, aside that, do that. Do that anyway. Become the man that you want to be. If the man that you want to be, right, is the man that wakes up every single day and goes on a run, right, then so be it, right? But if the man that you want to be doesn't have to run up a mountain every single day or bike 100 miles every single day, right? Then you don't have to do that. But what do I mean by do it anyway? Well, I'll give you an example. Me, I wanted to do something to make a decent amount of money. I did some investigation and found something that worked out with the time that I had in my life. Because time is one of those things, man. It's just one of those things, man. It just takes a long consideration to give up, right? Especially if it's something that is new, right? But time is just one of those things, man. So I found something that worked out with the time that I had, and I worked on it, and it proved to be successful. And in some regard, there's other things that I have built systems into how I handle them that have also proved results. But the reality is, man, when it comes to just becoming the man you want to be, you got to sit down, be quiet, right? Figure out what you really want. Don't force yourself into a situation that you don't want to be in. Think about this stuff very, very slightly, but logically, okay? Think about this stuff, right? But who do you want to be? Maybe it might take a little bit of hardship, but do it anyway, right? Isn't that what we're here for? Do it anyway. And I'm saying do it anyway by enjoying your life, right? If you don't want to do, like, let's say you want to open up, you want to research how to start an online business, right? Maybe you don't want to sit down in front of your computer for 2 hours after you just got off work and you're tired as hell, right? Researching this. Maybe you do it for like 20 minutes, right? 20, maybe even 30 minutes, right? And I guarantee you sit down for 5, 10 minutes, you're going to be invested, you're going to be going, maybe you go for 45. But regardless, man, if you can just get yourself to start, get yourself to sit down and do, right? 20 minutes, man. 20 minutes. You do that every single day. Boom, 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 boom. Where are we at? The atmosphere, man. We're in space. And we're successful and we're providing results. And if not, even if there isn't an ounce of success that you seek in it, there will be knowledge given regardless. You're going to learn more than if you didn't, right? Than if you steered away, because this is an active thought, right? You tried out something you actively wanted to try. This is essential, right? And when it comes to the doing it anyway, the reason why I think that that is very, very essential is because even if you aren't doing the thing that is going to provide you with everything that you want in your life, at least you're doing the thing that you think will, or that you think is your next step. And if you're doing that thing, you're going to be happy that you did it, especially if it didn't provide what you wanted. If it didn't provide what you wanted to have happened, right? And so that's the biggest thing, is you got to do it regardless. You know, if you're addicted to drugs and you want to get off drugs and you want a better life and you think that that's going to provide you with a better life, right? Do that. Work on that in a short, minute way that you can every day. You want to go to the gym, you want to start working out, you want to start looking better, right? If you think, okay, I want to start looking better, I need to go to the gym, go to the gym. 10. Bro, walk in. Just walk in. 30 minutes. Bro, walk in 30 minutes. Just run on the treadmill for 10 minutes, sit in the sauna for 10 minutes, go home. If that's day one, day one. Day two, if you want to do less, do less. But you got to go and you got to make progress. You're not going to be, but realize, like, you're not going to be satisfied if you just don't ever make progress. So you're going to want to if you keep showing up, right? So do it anyway, man, because even if it doesn't provide you with the success that you're seeking, it is the next thing in your journey. That's important. That's really that's really going to provide you with peace of mind. Like, that has provided me with so much peace of mind. It's told me things about myself that I really wouldn't have known otherwise, right? And there's people that are going to hopefully watch this that are going to say that that's not like the key, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be the key. It doesn't have to be, a one size fits all thing. But regardless, if you follow it in a logical, basic sense, like just straight up baseline stuff here, if something pops in your mind and you feel as if it is something that you need to do, you do it regardless of the fear, right? Now, if something is brought into your mind through your own ambition, your ego, what have you, and you don't want to do that thing, right? And it is non-essential, right? It is more of a ego-driven thing. You don't do that thing. You do the thing that pops into your mind that you want to do, that sounds cool, that is worth doing to you, because that is the thing that is your next step. You don't do the thing that pops into your mind because you say, well, I have to do that thing, right? Maybe that is something you try, but usually the things that are much more forced are not the things that are going to provide. So, like, hell, man. Even if it's backwards, like, you don't want, like, maybe you're already, doing your thing, right? Doing your thing, and you've been very hard on yourself to, maybe be very strict on your diet. But you want a Dr. Pepper in the evening, man. You got off a hard workout, you want a Dr. Pepper in the evening, bro? Crack a Dr. Pepper in the evening, bro. Just go to the fridge, Go to your fridge, take your roommate's Dr. Pepper, crack it open, and drink it, man. And don't feel sorry about it, bro. Just feel happy that you did it, right? And drink it, man. Just drink it. There's nothing better than that. So, yeah, do it anyway. Stay cool, man.